In these problems, we have to do some addition or subtraction with square roots. And the trick here is to try to simplify these square roots so that we have some like terms that we can add or subtract together. Let me show you how this works. Let's start with the square root of 98. I know I can factor that because it's even. So let's see, that's 2. Oh, that's 2 times 49. Well, that's handy because I can take the square root of 49. That's 7. So this becomes 7 times the square root of 2. Now we have 3 times the square root of 8. I know 8 is 2 times 4. And I can take that square root of 4. That becomes a 2 out there. And I have to be careful with the way I think about this. Out front of this radical sign, I have a negative 3. That means this radical sign is multiplied by negative 3. When I take the square root of 4, I'm putting a 2 in here. That gets multiplied by the negative 3. So this becomes a negative 6. And what's left inside is just the square root of 2. Now this is fortunate because I have, well, that's a weird looking 7. I have 7 times the square root of 2, and I have 6 times the square root of 2. You should really think of this just as if it's like 7x minus 6x. Those are like terms. We can think of these as like terms as well. So 7 square roots of 2 minus 6 square roots of 2 is just going to equal 1 square root of 2, which we would write just as the square root of 2. So pretty simple answer for that one. Let's take a look at this next one. We have negative 5 times the square root of 80 and a negative square root of 45. Let's work on the square root of 80 first. So negative 5 out here, and then let's factor this square root of 80. Let's see, 80 would be 8 times 10. And let's see, well, 8 is 2 times 4. And 10 is 2 times 5. Aha, I see what's going on here. So I've got, well, 2 times 4 times 2. All that together would be 16 times 5. So I can take the square root of 16. When I do that, it becomes a 4, and I multiply it out here by this negative 5. So this would be negative 20 times the square root of 5. Now here, I'm going to be looking to see if we can get this in terms of square root of 5, or negative 45. So let's factor this 45. Let's see. Oh, well, that's 9 times 5. So that's pretty obvious how that works. We'll take the square root of 9, which would put a 3 out front, and leave the square root of 5. So this becomes negative 20 minus, or negative 20 times the square root of 5 minus 3 times the square root of 5. So negative 20 minus 3 is negative 23 square roots of 5, or negative 23 times the square root of 5. So that's a little bit of work with some addition and subtraction square root problems.